how to run Google Ads and engage your audience. In this video, I explain everything you need to know about the Google advertising platform. I will talk about the Google algorithm, how to launch your first ads, and what the campaign setting options are. As usual, I will share some valuable tips to get the most out of your Google Ads media spending. Stay tuned. Hi there, my name is Ben. I am the founder and CEO of Prodima, a digital marketing agency based in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Click on the closed captions button below if you want to watch this video with English or Vietnamese subtitles. Google Ads are paid advertisements published on the Google network across the internet. It is an advertising service provided by Google so businesses can promote their brands. Later in this video, I will show you how to use this ad platform. For now, let's understand the high-level concept. To advertise with Google, you need to use a tool called Campaign Manager. Google provides this software for free. On this platform, you can set up your online promotions to reach your business objectives. If this tool is free, marketers must of course spend some media budget to showcase their ads. I will show you later how to prepare your ads. Before I dig into Google Ads, I want to share a few words about the other online ad platforms. In this video, I won't answer questions like Google Ads or Facebook Ads because there are too many factors to consider. However, if you know how to run Google Ads, then you can also run online ads on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, etc. I am not saying those ad channels are all the same. They have different settings, targeting options, purposes, or ecosystems. I am just telling you that if you understand Google Ads, then you won't be lost with Facebook ads. It means you won't need to watch another online ad training video after completing this one. Now let's see what the benefits of Google Ads are. Google is the biggest online network with billions of active users worldwide. It guarantees huge visibility for your ads. You can reach any target audience there. Besides, you can run your Google Ads to reach any kind of business objective like brand awareness, website traffic, online conversions, video views, mobile app downloads, and more. With the Campaign Manager, Google offers a free and powerful tool that integrates other software from its workspace. For example, when you launch Google Ads, you can use Google Tag Manager to track your events, Google Analytics to follow up on your campaign performance, or Google Data Studio to report to your stakeholders. Another advantage of running ads with Google is that you fully control your costs. From your Campaign Manager dashboard, you can set a maximum budget and Google will never allow the system to spend more. Campaign edits are simple to apply. When you run Google Ads, you see results quickly. Of course, there is still a learning phase and I will share more about this later. But with proper settings, you can get conversions in a matter of hours. We all enjoy a fast return on investment. How do Google Ads work? Your business runs advertising based on specific keywords and audiences. As you are not the only one targeting those factors, the Google Campaign Manager compares your ads with the ones from your competitors. The algorithm considers criteria like the quality of your advertisement and your bid to decide how to rank all the ads. It is important to understand these two items, the quality score and the bid. The quality score mostly depends on the relevance of your ads. The Google algorithm calculates it by matching your ad creative with your landing page. The ad creative can be a text, image, or video. This is the first thing that your target audience sees during the ad journey. Then, once the users click on your ad creative, they are redirected to your landing page. If your ad copy and your destination page are strongly correlated with the keywords from your Google Ads, then your quality score will be high. The second essential factor that defines how your ad ranks versus your competitors is the bid. It depends on the budget that you set for your campaign. Your bid is the amount of money that you are ready to invest to receive a click. Marketers call it CPC, cost per click. To sum up, your Google Ads ranking is a formula depending on the CPC and the quality score. The highest you are willing to pay for one click, the more likely your Google ad will rank high compared with your competitors. Based on that, you can see it is easy to waste your budget. That's why you must do some benchmarking before launching any Google Ads campaign. If you launch the wrong way, you can lose money very quickly. The CPC that you actually pay with your Google Ads is not exactly the amount you bid for. In fact, for each click, you pay the less possible to beat the competitor below you. I will come back on this later. Back on the quality score, it scales from 1 to 10 and is assigned at the keyword level. It is pretty much an aggregate estimation of the user experience according to the Google algorithm. The quality score measures the value of the landing page, the ad creative, and the keywords. It also includes a comparison with the Google Ads run by your competitor. The ad rank formula shows that the higher the quality score, the lower your CPC. It means that if you craft an amazing advertisement, you will pay a smaller amount of money. In fact, with a quality score of 10, you control the auction because Google evaluates your ad better than all your competitors. In this case, you pay the less and you force your competitors to pay the most. Many digital marketers ask questions about the quality score on Google Ads. Is it really relevant or is it just an indicator? The data speaks for itself. There are campaigns performing very well while they have a low quality score, and there are other campaigns with an 8 or a 9 quality score that don't offer great results. Still, the logic of the quality score is to ensure ad relevance. Whether it is accurate or not, it remains an important component of the Google algorithm. Google loves high-quality scores. We cannot ignore it. However, don't worry too much if your quality score doesn't look great. What counts at the end of the day is the campaign performance. Let's write again the ad rank formula. It depends on the keywords that you choose and for which you have visibility on the Google network. It depends on your bid, which is how much you are willing to pay for one click. Your Google ad rank also depends on the quality of your ad, which involves the ad itself and your landing page experience. Enough with theory, let's practice. Now that you understand the logic of the Google Ads algorithm, I will show you how to launch those ads with a step-by-step tutorial. You need 4 things to get started: a computer, a Gmail address, an internet connection, and a valid credit card. Then go to ads.google.com and sign up with your Gmail account. The process is very straightforward. You will input your email address to receive a brand new Google account ID. Google makes it easy to launch your ads. Once you have this unique identifier, the platform guides you to create your first campaign. This screen is your starting point. To create a new Google Ads campaign, you need to choose an objective. This step is extremely important. Too many digital marketers launch their campaigns without knowing where they are going. This is a big failure. You should always have a clear idea of what you want to achieve. As you can see, Google considers that getting sales and getting leads are 2 separate goals. Unfortunately, too many people confuse those objectives. Learn to differentiate them. When you select one of those options, the tool proposes the most suitable types of ads to reach your goal. In this tutorial, I will show you the different kinds of Google Ads. Let's pick the last option, create a campaign without a goals guidance. Here we go. On this screen, you see all Google Ads campaign types. Google continuously updates its advertising options. Nowadays, it is easy for digital marketers to use the platform. Before I create a new Google ad for this tutorial, let me explain the main campaign types. The first type is the Google Ads search. When you query something on your search engine, if a business bids on this keyword, then you will see its ad right at the top of your results page. As you can see, there is a small label ad that indicates it is not an organic result. The main components of a Google Ads search are the link, the headline, and the meta description. With this ad, we also have a phone number and additional site links. I will show you later how you can make your Google Ads search look this way with the ad extensions. Of course, for a given keyword, several ads may compete. The Google algorithm ranks them based on the formula I introduced sooner in this training video. If the ad is relevant, the bidding suitable, and the landing page great, then Google will put it above the others. Typically, the Google Ads search target people using the Google search engine. As they actively look for information, the user intent is high, and you are likely to have conversions if you crafted the right advertisement. Then we have the Google Ads display. Those are mostly visual creatives like banners that show up across the Google Display Network, also called GDN. It includes around 35 million websites, mobile apps, and other Google assets like Gmail or YouTube. When you set up your display ads, you can choose where you want them to appear. So your display ads get great exposure. However, you cannot expect a good conversion rate from them as they will be mostly seen and not clicked. I strongly recommend you run GDN ads if your business objective is to raise brand awareness. When you sell retail products, you want to run Google Ads Shopping. They are very convenient because they are displayed in a format that allows a quick comparison between several products. You see images, product names, and above all, their pricing. Users can make quick decisions based on this information. Shopping ads target people who know what they are looking for and are likely to purchase. As you can imagine, this kind of Google ad guarantees the best conversion rates. To activate Google Ads Shopping, you must create a Merchant Center account. You can do it from the Google Ads Campaign Manager. On your Merchant Center, you can upload your product information that will populate your future Google Ads Shopping. Google acquired YouTube in 2006. Marketers can manage sponsored videos directly from the Campaign Manager. There are various formats for Google Ads videos, including text ads overlaying the video you watch on YouTube, images at the top right of the screen, and of course, video ads playing before the desired video. Like the Google Ads display, video advertisement hit a huge number of people. After all, YouTube is the second largest search engine worldwide, right after Google itself. And like on the GDN, you can run Google Ads videos at a low cost, even if the conversion rate is typically low too. Let's have a quick word on the Universal App option from Google. When you choose this kind of ad, you promote your mobile application across the Google network. It means your mobile application ad can appear on Google Search, Google Play, YouTube, or on the Google Display Network. This is an excellent way to have your app noticed and invite your target audience to install it on their smartphone. You can also simply redirect your existing mobile app users to a specific landing page. There are other options available on Google Ads. I have just introduced the most important ones. If you want, you can also explore the Smart Business Goals. They are pretty much automated ads using machine learning that allows Google to optimize the retargeting. Or you can run local search ads, which are extremely effective to get phone calls or drive your potential customers to a brick-and-mortar shop. For now, it's time to set up your Google Ads with a step-by-step guide. Let's get started with Google Ads Search. that uses the power of keywords on the Google search engine results page. After you select the search kind of Google Ads, the Campaign Manager asks you to confirm if your goal is to bring online users to your website, get phone calls, or app downloads. I select website visits here and I input the domain URL that I want to have as the destination page for my Google Ads search. Then I give a name to this campaign. Make it specific. When you run several campaigns in parallel, you want to make the difference between all of them without digging too much into the tool. On the left side of the screen, you see the entire process to set up your Google Ads search. First, we must define the bidding. There are several ways to budget a Google Ads campaign. Setting an average daily amount is one of the most common. Every day, the Campaign Manager will spend around this average budget to push your ads to your target audience. It can be a little bit more or a little bit less based on the expected performance calculated by the tool algorithm. At the end of the month, the total amount you invest will be exactly your average daily budget multiplied by the number of days. It is an excellent method to keep control of your spending. You know exactly how much you will inject into your Google Ads. It also means that if you spend too little while your conversion opportunities are bigger, your ads may stop before the end of the day and you will miss out. This is because the tool will never spend more than what you define in this step. Technically, there is no minimum daily spending to launch Google Ads. If you want to spend $5 a day, it is up to you. Now, with $5 a day, do not expect many conversions, whatever your industry. Note that the tool gives you a daily average for your country based on the other advertisers' data. Check this information and be smart when you input your daily budget. Here we are in the bidding phase. You can choose if you want to focus your campaign on conversions, clicks or impressions. For this example, I choose conversions. It means we'll run Google Ads search to make online users finalize an event. For example, it could be sharing contact details, booking a call, or purchasing a product on your website. Then I must set a target cost per action. It says it is optional, but trust me, this is essential. Do you remember the CPC from the ad rank formula I was talking about earlier? Well, here we have a CPA, cost per action. In this case, the CPA is the amount you are ready to pay for one conversion. To define this number, you need to have a good understanding of your market. The CPA depends on many factors like your industry or your target country. If it is the first time you run a Google Ads search, you should probably uncheck this section. Instead, you will run your ads and let the algorithm gather some data for you. However, if you know your market and your competitors, you want to set your CPA right away. For this tutorial, I will leave it blank. Depending on your kind of ad, you may consider extra rotation options. By default, the tool proposes to optimize by focusing on the best performing ads. In most cases, this is what you want to do. In the campaign settings, you define your targeting options. The tool offers to run Google Ads search on the search network and the display network. Yes, you can use text ads as banners too. For this example, I select only the search network. For the country, I pick Vietnam. You have more detailed options that you should consider. For example, if you only want to target people in Vietnam or also people interested in Vietnam. Next, there are languages. I have English selected by default. Since I choose Vietnam as the target country, the tool also suggests the Vietnamese language. Of course, if I select both languages, I must write ads and use keywords in English and Vietnamese. I will only keep English for this tutorial. With the audience segments, you can target online users more precisely based on their profiles and interests. I strongly encourage you to dig into that before launching your ads. Depending on your industry, the recommendation list from Google may look different. Select the audiences that are more likely to convert to your search ads. The dynamic search ads settings allows you to input a domain that will serve as a reference to explore more ad possibilities. You can decide when to start your campaign and if you want to set an end date or if you want to run until you stop manually. By scheduling your Google Ads search, they show up only on specific days and during limited hours. For example, you can remove Saturday and Sunday if you do not expect many conversions during the weekends. Or you can make sure to cover the daytime only. Eventually, you have the campaign URL options, which let you input the tracking you want to have on your ad links. This is extremely important to follow up on your campaign performance. The next step deals with the keywords and ads. Let's take some time to break down this important phase of your Google Ads journey. In this simplified chart, you see that your Google Ads campaigns are subdivided into several ad groups. It can be 2, 3, 4 or much more depending on your advertisement. Each ad group includes the ads that are relevant for this cluster. Those groups are all under the same campaign, for example, a temporary promotion you want to offer to your audience. But you may want to segment your audience into small clusters, for example, a group for each city or for a specific client age. The way you create your ad groups depends on what you need to cover with your campaign. On each ad group, you will run several ads for which you will compare the performance. Never run only one ad for one group. Always A/B test. I will develop this advice in the final pro tips at the end of this training video. You can test as many ads as you want into a single ad group. It does not cost you more. Remember that you fully control your Google Ads thanks to the Campaign Manager. You can decide to spend $100 on one ad creative or to spend $100 or 10 different creatives that you will compare with each other. Let's apply this to the Google Ads Campaign Manager tool. At this stage, Google offers you several ad targeting options. The dynamic search ads depend on the website I entered in the tool the step before. The Campaign Manager will create automatic headlines from this benchmark. If you are new to Google Ads, it may be a good option for you due to its simplicity. I can also consider another option, which is the standard ad group. In this case, I must input keywords and write myself the headline variations of my ads. It requires more preparation. This way is much more time-consuming, but it is more efficient. Note that the tool supplies me with a list of suggested keywords based on the reference website. I can keep them, remove a few, and add more if I want. For this example, I create a dynamic ad group. First, remember to update your ad group name. Like the campaign name, you want clarity so you can monitor your performance later. For example, you can create a Google Ads group promoting your SEO services in a specific country for a specific language. After that, you could create another ad group focusing on a different location or another language. You must choose the destination page for your Google Ads search. Again, since I input prodima.vn website before, the tool recommends a few landing pages that I can select with a simple click. I can also ignore them and define another destination URL. For now, let's pick the first one which looks relevant to my ad group. Later in this video, I will share more detailed expertise about the landing pages. The tool generates the headlines dynamically in this case. I only need to write a few meta descriptions. Here again, you should prepare them in advance. Their size limitation is 90 characters including spaces. You must include relevant and engaging keywords. Here, I input dummy examples so you can see how the search ad is expected to look on the preview. The ad extensions are additional opportunities for your ads to stand out from your competitors. They also provide more valuable information to online users. Remember the first Google ad I showed you earlier? Besides the link, the headline and the meta description, it was displaying extra site links and a phone number. Ad extensions exist under several formats to look more professional. The first section is the site links. Those are hyperlinks redirecting to other landing pages than the main one. It is convenient for online users who see your ads that you offer more than the service you advertise. You can input those site links manually, but I will just randomly pick 2 for this example. Click on the preview button to see what those ads extensions look like. Callout extensions allow you to add more text to your main ad. Here again, you can select those options from the suggested list or manually input and see the preview. With the call extension, you add a phone number next to your ads, like in the earlier example. Your sales team will love that. Besides, there are other ad extension options. Depending on your campaign, not all of them are relevant. However, I invite you to spend some time checking them in detail. Extensions are an extra step towards Google Ads customization. They make a difference in your campaign performance. This screen is the final review phase before launching your Google Ads campaign. You can recheck if your settings are alright before publishing your ads. As you can see, the tool warns me that my ad group does not have keywords yet. This is because I chose to go for the dynamic ad group and I didn't take the time to input a list of keywords. But anyway, I will talk about keywords in the next section of this training video. Clicking on the button Publish Campaign will activate your Google Ads search. It's not over yet. As you are using its platform, Google must make sure that your settings comply with its Google Ads policies. The review starts once you hit the Publish Campaign button. The tool checks your ad copies, your destination pages, your images, and your videos if you have any. On the Campaign Manager dashboard, your ads will be labeled as under review. It lasts between a few hours to 1 or 2 days. If your ad violates a policy, its status will become disapproved and your campaign won't be running. In this case, you must edit your ad settings and submit them again for another review. If your ad is okay, its status will change to approved. And you are good to go. Let's come back to the landing page. Remember that after online users see your Google Ads, if they click on them, they are redirected to your destination page. This is where you want them to convert. Obviously, it is crucial to have an engaging landing page. Here are a few tips to craft a great one. First, your landing page must be visually appealing. Make it branded. Having an image or a video at the top of the page is a good practice. Then, a bit like for your Google Ads search, you need to have good content, including a tagline and some description. Do not write too much text. Be straightforward with your value proposition. The most important element of a landing page is the CTA button, which stands for Call to Action. This is how your online users will convert. You want your CTA to be visible and attract clicks. Here we have a Send me a proposal button. If someone is interested in our services, this person will hit the CTA to get started. The rest of the landing page should provide more detailed information about your service. In fact, most people don't scroll down and directly interact with the top of your destination page. But sometimes, people want to take more time and read the extra information you can provide. Don't forget that Google also crawls your landing page to evaluate its quality. Publish amazing and unique content to make a difference. Now let's talk about the keywords. To run a Google Ads search, you must bid on keywords. They are the queries that online users type on their search engine to activate your ads. To choose the right keywords, you need to estimate their conversion potential. There are several important criteria to consider, like their search volume, their competitiveness, or their expected CPC to show up. There are many tools available to find those valuable keywords. When you run Google Ads, you should always consider using the Google Keyword Planner. It is a free tool that does exactly this job. The Google Keyword Planner allows you to discover new keywords. First, you must select the language and the country you want to investigate. Here, I choose Vietnam in the English language. Then I input the keywords I want to analyze. I can have one or several, whatever. They will be the seed for the research. I hit the button Get Results and the tool leads me to a dashboard full of data. Here you can see some analytics about the keyword I entered in the tool. We have the average monthly searches, which are an estimation of how many users type this keyword on Google for the selected country. We have the keyword query evolution, its competitiveness, and a bidding estimation as well. This precious keyword information helps me decide if yes or no I should include it in my campaign. Now, the main interest of this tool is that it also gives me, besides my seed keyword, a list of suggested key phrases that are related to SEO service and may be interesting to consider. You can select the keywords that you like and add them directly to an existing campaign or into a new campaign plan to launch later. You can also create a new ad group with those keywords. Next, let me explain the keyword match types. In the Google Keyword Planner, you can work with broad, phrase, or exact match keywords. Broad keywords mean that your ads will show up when online users input any key phrase that relates to your keyword, even if it's not the same wording. Phrase match keywords are more restrictive. The ads will appear only if the search query includes the meaning of the keyword you are bidding for. And the exact match only allows the ads to show up when the user query has exactly the same meaning of the keyword. Finally, use the forecast option offered by the tool to have an idea of how your keywords would perform in a real Google Ads campaign. There is much more to say about running Google Ads. I show you how to prepare a search campaign, but don't forget to give a try the banner, the videos, and the shopping ads. To conclude this training video, let me share 10 pro tips about Google Ads. The first piece of advice is certainly the most important. Follow the Google Ads policies. If you don't, your ads won't run and you risk having your advertising account suspended. Trust me, you don't want to fight a giant like Google about this matter. So read the policies, understand them, and apply them. You will find the link in this training video description. If you have a website, you certainly have Google Analytics installed to track your domain performance. Connect this tool with your Google Ads Campaign Manager. It helps follow up and measure better your campaigns. Use the Google Tag Manager tool to track the activity on your landing page. Make sure to install a tracker on your CTA button because you want to know how many leads click on it. You must also track your final thank you page thanks to its unique URL. And in case you run ads from different sources like Google and Facebook, use UTM parameters in your destination links so you understand where your leads come from. The campaign architecture includes several ad groups. Those groups allow you to break down your Google Ads targeting options into smaller pieces. My recommendation is to segment your ad groups as small as possible. For example, if it makes sense to your business, you could create one ad group for men between 18 and 30 years old, another ad group for men between 31 and 50, etc. For each of those ad groups, you will serve different ad creatives that will specifically target them. Once you segment your ad groups into small targets with relevant ads for each, then you want to A/B test your ad copies and visuals. Between two different ads served to the same ad group, only change one factor. For example, you may have a different headline, a different picture, or even just a different color. Small tweaks can have a huge impact on your conversions. The campaign data will speak for itself. By running your ads, you will compare the CTR of the Google Ads that you are A/B testing. Based on this, you will easily identify the best performing ones and probably focus your effort on them. When you launch your ads, they enter what we call a learning phase. It is a period during which the algorithm will test your ads, your audience, and your targeting options. During this phase, stay calm if you don't see great campaign performance yet. This is a normal thing. You must let the tool identify your best conversion opportunities. In parallel, keep in mind that when you pause or edit a campaign, it will go through a new Google review. You may lose some time until your new ads get approved. If you applied major edits, the algorithm may go through another learning phase. So be careful with your Google Ads campaign updates. I explain what broad, phrase, and exact keyword matches are. Based on my experience, you should avoid going for the broad keyword match, which is the less restrictive keyword modifier. The problem is that they target too widely. It is easy to waste tons of media spending budget on them. Personally, I never use them. I only run Google Ads with the phrase and exact keyword match to maximize my campaign performance. Negative keywords are another kind of keyword match type. For any of your campaigns, you can populate a list of keywords for which you don't want your ads to show up in case an online user inputs them on Google. It is a great way to optimize your performance. You won't waste your money on keywords that are related to your business, but for which you know they will not convert. A perfect example is to remove the words like free in case your objective is to sell your products or services. Make sure that your ad copies are fully relevant to your landing pages. This match is an important factor for the quality score of your Google Ads. It is not acceptable to run an ad promoting a product while your destination page deals with something else. Google considers this as deceptive, and the algorithm may penalize you for that. This last pro tip is for marketers who already have some Google Ads campaign experience and manage to populate some audience data. From the tool, access the Audience Manager section. This is where you can leverage your target audience data. For example, you can track the online users who visited your landing page but didn't interact yet. This audience can be your next target for a remarketing campaign. You can also upload the audience data that you may have from other sources, for example, an email marketing campaign. Usually, the conversion rates from retargeted audiences are much higher than from custom audiences. Thank you for watching this training video. We could talk more about Google Ads, but I gave you the keys to getting started. Now you are ready to launch your campaigns alone. If you have any comments, just write them down in the section below. You can ask me any questions about Google Ads or even suggest new topics you want me to uncover. I am happy to publish new digital training videos for you. I wish you great optimizations with your Google Ads. Take care.